One more week left until Star Wars Outlaw is launched. It's not looking good. I recommend gamers to play Stellar Blade. If you don't want to see K-Vest, or you don't like Star Wars Outlaw, or both, play Stellar Blade. Yes, there was censorship like the hard R or anything, but all those things make up for it with good gameplay, good characters, and most importantly, attractive characters, and an additional suit that is uncensored. And thanks to the petition, Stellar Blade Shift Up CEO have seen it. They knew, but most importantly, the next approach is gonna be multi-plat, because if I had to make a guess, they already looking for programmers for PC port. I don't know if they're gonna use Nexus. Perhaps they have their own PC port, which is why I hope the sequel for Stellar Blade should be multi-plat, because this is one way. Regardless, PC are the one place that is the high market. Not just that, in case of censorship, PC players can mod the game freely. Unlike in console, well, you don't have mods and it will be censored. It happened before. So multi-plat is the way. Although I don't think Xbox is gonna take Stellar Blade, which, as we all know, Xbox is already woke. They won't do it. Now, before I give you why, is that let me tell you that Star Wars Outlaw is now bribing creators to promote their game. Let me show you. Ubisoft buttered up YouTubers and influencers with the trip to Disneyland boats tours to promote Star Wars Outlaw. Hey, man, why? How many more shills is left? I have no idea, guys. I don't know how many shills left who are simping for this. My god, take a look at that. These are shills. They will say anything just to get a good reviews. I wonder how desperate Ubisoft is. To recap, Ubisoft, their sales are tanking. It's not looking good, which I had to ask all the video game devs are in the West. I need to ask you this. If you guys are watching this, how many more games such as Mecha Break, Black Myth Wukong, The First Descendant, Stellar Blade, to convince all of you that we gamers and the fans run the show? Yet, you continue to ignore it because what? You want to check boxes? Last year, you got a popular game. I'm talking to you, Rocksteady. No wait, Warner Bros. I'm talking to you. You have Hogwarts Legacy, yet you ditched that success in favor of live service. Nobody talk about it afterwards. Rarely mentioned, similar to Resident Evil 5. Well, for starters, before I continue this, for Black Myth Wukong, I'm certain journalists and content creators, they're not gonna review this. Even if they do, they will give a low score. How do I know this? Before I make my own Black Myth Wukong game video, I went to vidIQ keyword research. Let me show you one. Let me give you, for example, Black Myth Wukong game review. Let's see that. Take a look at the score. It's a medium score, but the competition is low. Now, why is that? I mean, do people are going to review that? And I know I'm not as professional as most of these journalists and content creators, but you should know one thing. This game is made in China, and many journalists, content creators, they're not gonna cover this. Not many content creators who are shilling for the video game industry, they're not gonna cover this, which is why I volunteer. I believe I recommend you playing Stellar Blade. Yes, Stellar Blade, I wish we content creators and YouTubers could get early access compared to these journalists. But then again, that's just my opinion. If you guys hate Star Wars Outlaw, play Stellar Blade. It might be worth a wait.
Ah, Angel. Lovely to meet you.
You don't seem very likable.
All right. You're pretty sharp. I've heard it before. Folks often compare me to a snake. I'm Roxanne. Consider me a kind of info dealer.
Info dealer?
Yes. Practical things. Gossip, blackmail, fears, weaknesses. I dabble in a bit of everything. Oh, I do like this, Angel. You really are my favorite customer.
Leave a like and subscribe. If you want any gaming news or anything, you can visit my first channel up here or link in the description.